all those tokens, right? All those trillions of
those
tokens that
tokens,
were in the stability pool, right? Anything that's in the stability pool, as soon as the collateral is re-added, it gets minted into thin air again. So he did something, right? Okay, he tried to get his money back, and it didn't go to plan. He said he's sorry. It won't happen again.
But why did he try it in the first place?
Because he's in such a bad financial state right now.
But we all are, though.
So that makes it okay.
Now we see.
I think that we saw that guy asking on the chat because he had some funds freeze on the contract or something like that. Did you remember that guy that was asking for like some tokens that couldn't be released? Maybe he was the dumper.
He was in a bad. They're saying he was in a bad financial situation and he's not going to do it again. His financial situation is not going to change. So what do we do about this guy now? That's the question.
What about the guy? Focus on the protocol allowing this guy to do what he did. I mean, I like, it's not up to Arrow to give up the person's identity. It's just up to us to figure out how this happened and to prevent it. We can't patch it up. We can't just go after one person with a pitchfork. That's literally retarded.
I do agree with that. Is there
right, if you want me to be straight up with you, right, this guy, he's lost his wife, he's lost his kids, and he's suicidal at the moment. So I really need you guys to work with me here. I need you to understand what he's done was a mistake. He accepts that, but he won't do it again. This won't happen again.
Just tell him to buy back what he.
Yeah,
guy who got all his tokens.
May I jump in here? Is there okay? So we're all kind of upset with how this has happened and what's happened, right? And initially we all kind of want to look at and say, hey, who did this? But what I'm kind of wanting to know is this something that can continue to happen? That's more pressing issue, because if it can continue to happen, or if it is profitable, if this is something that can continue, then this is a bigger issue that we need to talk about. How can we stop this from happening?
No, it can't. It won't happen again because there's no more collateral. There needs to be collateral in the trove in order to permit minting.
So this is pretty much zero.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yes. All this collateral that just appeared out of nowhere was when there was that mass minting that went on.
So I'm hearing an extreme buying opportunity is what I'm hearing.
From May 9th, right? From May 9th, that's when it was stated in.
What?
Yeah, and this guy was on the original
team. Take LUSD out. You have to put collateral in to take LUSD out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we know who it is.
Collateral out.
Yeah. He was in the Telegram asking for those questions. I remember him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call anybody out, but I need you guys to understand he's very sorry for what he's done at the moment. Again, he's lost his wife, he's lost his kids, and he's very suicidal at the moment.
Well, Arrow,
I just want you guys to know it was not me.
We can deploy empathy. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a few separate factors here. We have to look at it as like, okay, so we've all gone down in value, right? So you're saying, I understand what you're saying. Basically, you want us to accept the status quo, accept the fact that this guy's taken advantage of and done what he's done and taken the money, and all of our portfolios has dropped as a result of it, because he wants to help himself and help his own life and his own kids and his own wife, which most of us have, and we all have similar issues. Okay, so you want that. I'm following you on that so far. But if we can't stop this from happening 100% in the future, how many times is this going to happen? Because there isn't enough of us. Like, we've all got problems. Like, do we just try and mint this? Like, what I'm trying to say is, can you take some time to explain to the community exactly like how this is not going to happen again, and what your knowledge is based on this event?
Well,
because I think people want reassurance, to be honest.
Right. Well, back when I was working with you guys, and again, I have no problems that I'm not on your team now. I helped you, changing the values, everything. So in order for this to happen again, the ETH USD value would have to be reported as basically the ETH price in Gwei again for this to happen again. Because as soon as that happens, the collateral from all the PLS that's been and LUSD that's been minted into thin air using the ARB opportunity before, so 4.8 billion LUSD, which is like 4 million PLS. You get like a $2 profit every time. The only way for this to happen again was if the oracle value was to be changed once again, and I don't think that's going to happen.
I see. So he spun up his own oracle, changed the ETH USD value so that pointed it back to ETH so that he could do the exploit, and then he changed it back, or it's not changed back yet.
If you run price feed, what's it telling you?
Well, Ogum's on vacation, so
Okay, I'll have a look now.
And the other guys, yeah.
okay, he's gonna check. And just woke up not so long ago.
Also, you guys should look into when this whole was this trove put in place a while ago? Were people looking at this, or did all of this happen today?
Yeah.
If he can use the
again?
price feeds, then why would nobody else do it? And what's the point? Like, how can Arrow? How can you say it's not going to happen again if he can do it? Why
Because
would
this
nobody
guy
else?
The
was
point is
also
anybody can
on
do
our. This guy was also on our team, so he has insight knowledge of how everything works, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of a big ask, right? To be honest, like I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, he's going through what he's going through. Whatever, that's subjective truth. Okay, I can't comment on whether he's feeling suicidal or what's going on with his wife and his kids. That's his business. What I can comment is on the fact that this is a big ask, really. You're asking. I understand the pitchfork sentiment, but people also do want blood, like people do. Like, what I'm saying is the only logical way this actually makes sense and this is worth it is if we can guarantee that this doesn't happen again. But how do we do that? How do we even ascertain that? At the moment,
You can't. Anyone can do what you guys did. Anyone can mint the fuck out of this thing and fucking take advantage of everyone over and over again. You can't do that.
My question is,
So
why is
stop
that
bullshitting
happening right now?
everyone.
Is there a reason why?
Stop bullshitting everyone.
Mike, is
It's
there
over.
a reason why
It's
it stopped
fucking
at this
over.
price, though? Is there a reason why it stopped at this price?
I mean, is there a reason why it stopped at this the minting?
No, I'm saying, is there a reason why it stopped at this price if everyone can mint it to oblivion? I don't think that's possible to mint it to oblivion because it'd be clearly happening right now.
I'm asking you as well, Arrow. I'm asking you, what are we going to do about this, bro? Because
I think it's just because what he did.
It was a one-time thing. It won't happen again.
But how can
Because
you say
all the
that though? Like,
collateral
that's
is
what I'm
gone.
asking. Like, just
Right.
you say it's a one-time
if
thing,
you're-
but
Right, if you're worried that someone can nefariously change the oracle values, right? If you have more nodes, you're basically building a security, and you need multiple people to multi-sig a community vote, and they can slash the reporter. And these guys, the guys, this group, they have their own stuff. They're controlling LUSD properly, and they would see everything if there was to be a slashing situation, and they have said there is no slashing needed, so nobody has done anything nefarious.
What are you talking about?
That we would have to depend. There wasn't any disputes, Tommy. We would have to depend on this guy not to do it again. Basically, when you
What do you
say
mean?
that he won't happen
I'm
again.
confused. I'm confused. This is not what I've been told about the way that the oracles work. According to the Teller documentation and the way that we've been studying this, and the whole reason that this came to be was that if you start with one oracle, you point the accurate price. You get 2, you get 3, you get 4, you get 5. You point 5 at the same asset, and that reinforces the fact that it's reporting the accurate price from 3 protocols across an average, right? Being those sources,
Correct.
CoinGecko, Uniswap, and Paprika. Now,
Correct.
obviously, if someone comes in and contests a different price, and you've got one oracle, we would get a dispute, would we not?
Correct.
So what I don't understand where's the dispute?
why did that happen this time?
And
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking. So the price.
If there was a value change, you would have seen it.
The asset got changed, or the price. What are you saying got changed? The asset or the price?
Well, it would have if minting was to be permitted again, it would have been changing ETH USD back to the to the ETH value in Gwei.
Correct.
Because to fix minting, we had to change ETH USD to PLS.
Right, but that's not the way he did it. What I'm thinking that he did was instead of reporting
I don't even understand how he did it. He didn't tell
instead
me.
of the
He just said it was
instead
stability.
of reporting a different price than what we were reporting, he must have taken another oracle and just switched it back to ETH USD in order for him to do the exploit, which is
But
a
see, if he
different.
did that, but see, if he actually did that, you guys would have seen it.
And
Like it's
Ogum
all
has not said anything about that at all this morning, Tommy,
it's
No.
all on chain.
because we were asking him.
That's what I've been saying. Like you would even see if I was to do it, then you would also see that. If you were to see the other guy do it, then you would also see that. But there's nothing there.
That's the disconnect there. That right there is where they're, because you're saying we'd see it, and Ogum and the team like are saying they haven't seen it. So there's a disconnect there.
Right, but that's the thing. If you guys were to see a change in the value, you would be able to slash it, but there is no change. So I have no clue what's happened. But all he told me was it was something to do with stability pool, and there was a bunch of tokens locked in there because all the collateral was liquidated. It was all locked away. It went into recovery mode, and until a value can be changed again, only it can be unlocked. So some sort of value changed somewhere, and now it's back to normal because all the collateral is gone.
Because remember, he was asking for us to switch it back, and we were like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, we know exactly what it was. Yeah, and the
So
guy.
in order for him to do what he
I'm
did,
thinking it's Vlad by the sounds of it. I'm thinking it's Vlad. That's what I'm thinking.
well, in order for him to have done what he did, he would have had to have switched it back briefly in order for him to do it. That was the only way to actually get access to those tokens.
Yeah, because he was begging for money. It makes sense that
That's
it was him as well. Because he was begging.
That was the guy. He was desperate because those tokens were stuck into the contract.
What? Arrow, you're saying the guy made a mistake and didn't make money here?
Say that again.
You said the guy made a mistake and he didn't make money here with what he did?
He didn't make any money, no.
That's a blatant fucking lie, man. I'm sitting here looking at the transactions. Every transaction he made bukus of money.
It looked like someone said 200,000 out.
He got lots of money out. For every pulse he put in, he minted Del USD
It was
for big profits.
400 million posts. He put up 400 million posts to get those trillions of LUSD and then dumped them and got like 200,000.
Yeah, he definitely profited. So I don't get this story if you're saying he fucked up and he had collateral in there. And
He did do it. He did it on purpose, but you're saying that he did it for a reason. I hear you.
Because he could.
Yeah, for sure, because he can make money. But the point
just figured it out because he was desperately trying to get us to change it back, and we said we couldn't do it.
We couldn't. Yeah, we couldn't. And then
we couldn't do that to you guys because what just happened would have happened if we would have done it. But he was able to do it. Now we're not seeing the price fee change, but what I'm saying is maybe it wasn't a price fee change if you switch it back to ETH USD. It doesn't have to be a price fee change. He's just switched it.
The bit I don't get, Arrow, and I'm not trying to go in on you here, bro, but like the bit I don't understand is you saying that you want to protect this guy, right? And you're saying let's not pitchfork him and saying all this stuff, but calling us originally in the group, calling us and giving us so much shit, right? So much shit about us not being decentralized, us not being permissionless, not being Richard Hart's vision. But then someone who knows you, who's in tight with you, goes and games the system, takes 200 grand off the table, and you're like, well, we've got to protect him. It doesn't, and also then said to
I'm
me
only protecting
in
him
private
because
message,
of his situation.
But you're saying.
Can I say one thing? Pause for 1 second. Can I say one thing, please?
Yeah, go for it.
Does any of y'all have a death on your head? I was in the Marine Corps. I kind of know what it feels like. I see people all the time.
This is the internet. This is a way to make believe. Anyone can tell any story they want to tell. It doesn't mean it's fucking true, right? So just relax, everybody.
I understand that, but what the thing is you say, what if? Okay, well, what if it is? Do you really want to have somebody's death on your head?
It doesn't matter.
So you need to understand that. I'm not trying to stay up for any side here. I have quite a large bag of this shit. And
that's your fault. There's no one else's fault. It's your fault.
Well, you got to take your own
Okay.
choice.
Man,
See,
this
I
was
guess I
so
can't even
funny.
come in here and
This was
talk.
so
See,
funny.
that's the problem. I can't even come in here and fucking say something
Well,
without somebody
no, go on,
jumping
Ben.
down my throat
Ben,
too.
go on,
It's
Ben.
all good,
Carry
bro.
on. Carry on. Ah, he's gone. Right. I understand. I'm Mango. I understand. I'm with you on that because it's personal responsibility, right? You make your own decisions in
Thanks,
this life.
Mango.
You choose who you marry. You choose whether you have kids. You make decisions. You choose your lifestyle. You make choices. Like you've got to take personal responsibility for the situation you're in. But that doesn't mean it doesn't justify just doing this, because at no point did he think about the community and making those decisions. And that's what I'm saying, Arrow. I don't understand how you can say you're for the community and you're for Richard Hart and you're POUSD when you completely sidelined us. Like you've literally, like you're saying, oh, I knew the guy was doing it. Like you obviously know the guy was doing it. You're obviously in the know, and now you're protecting him. And then the bit I don't understand is you said to me, this is benevolent. I don't see the benevolence in this. Can you explain that to me? I can't see it. We're helping him or the community.
Bit's benevolent?
Well, you said that to me. You said to me it's benevolent.
Well, that's why I said, because he's in such a situation right now. But the price will get back to where it was, and everything will be back to normal.
Well, we got a bunch of tokens that we have to burn.
And there's 81 billion.
Yes, I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing. I'm going to continue what I've been doing. So I'm helping you. I'm helping you and everybody else.
I don't understand what you're saying by helping when you're colluding with a guy who wants to steal 200 grand off the community. I don't understand how that's helping. Like, what am I misunderstanding?
Get with the game. Have you not been keeping up? I said I've made a protocol around S-Ball to ARB through two ratios, and doing this, I can end up with more units while also burning LUSD.
Okay, well, when will it be ready?
Yeah, that's great.
When will it be ready, Earl?
I can do it right now.
Well, can you start doing it now? Because that would help with.
Yeah, I think to be honest, you should get a mop and start washing up.
Guys, wait a minute. Hold on. The one question you guys aren't asking, which is the most important, is when is this instance going to be profitable again? And this is what Sonny asked. Nobody's answered it. Because if we can find a price point of when this becomes profitable for whoever did this, that's a better question, because we kind of want to avoid taking it to the price where it's going to happen again before it's solved.
Well, from what I'm understanding, without having talked to Olgum, it appears that he was able to switch it from reporting Pulse's price to reporting the price of ETH the way it was originally before we spun up the oracles. So without him having done that, he would not have been able to do what he did, do the exploit. So the way it is now, reporting back to Pulse, and we need to talk to Olgum. It wasn't going to happen until we hit $1. That when we hit $1 was when it was going to be, the bank was basically going to be open again. So we still have to ask some questions to Olgum to get everything, clear.
But if this was something that could happen, like there's zero chance this was ever getting to $1. If it happened at 7 million market cap, like there's no way this was going much higher without somebody's greed taking hold and just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
The question is, will this person do it again?
Well, and also,
the question.
I mean, they're already cashing the cash out to MaxC, so probably.
Also,
right?
exactly, yeah, definitely, Julian. And also, the question is, not only has he done it, but who's helped him? Because you can't just do this alone. Now, Errol, I don't understand. Like how much of this do you know about this guy? Like, have you worked with him throughout? Have you helped him with this? I don't understand.
No, I literally woke up today, right? I came on the group. I said, "Who the fuck has killed the price?" And I was like, "Who's done this?" And then I looked at the supply, and the supply's gone up. I was like, "What the hell's happened?"
Well, I'm finding it difficult to understand, how this person did it alone. They've done it. Have they done it alone, or is there other people involved?
No, I'm pretty sure it's alone. He has the knowledge.
You know who it is, Tommy. I don't think that he really needed anybody else to do it.
Okay, I'm not going to name call, and especially in this situation.
We know who it is, and there's a lot of people in this room that know exactly who it is, because he was asking questions all over the place in the chat. So there's people in here that know exactly who he is as well.
Well, I've said the name Vlad. I think it's Vlad. I've put my name out there. I don't mind saying that because I'm 99% sure I'm right. 99%. Because he's the only one who asked me for money multiple times. He asked you, Nicole. He asked Arrow. He asked everyone. And our answer was no. Well, no, we're not changing the Oracle. We're not changing the price. You can suck it and see, and you can trade like the rest of us because the price is the truth.
If anyone has any connections to the Mexi team, this could also be not resolved, but you can also help by reaching out to Mexi and reporting this. Report the wallet that's transferring into Mexi, and hopefully, if they can cooperate, they can freeze those funds.
Right.
Tommy, you want to say a piece of data?
Can I say something? Didn't this fund, like I heard about this when so I guess when the troves were emptied and there was no longer minting, like the minting was slowed down after that, that basically broke the stability pool. So this person had put their money into the stability pool, which was a functioning protocol of liquidity team development, and just on the Pulsechain side. Now no longer that works because of the Oracle price change that, so like quote unquote fixed LUSD, right? But it also trapped this guy's money in the trove.
Yeah.
So he's not really a bad guy. Just before anyone goes like trying to think that he did a terrible thing, that was money he put in to the stability pool. That got broken when the price changed, and then so now it's when it was, now no longer functioning, he can't get his money out. So that was why he was asking, like, please help. Or I think I heard about that because
and yeah, that's right. He wanted the trove. It was a 14,000% trove at the top.
So he switched it, and he was able to get his money out.
So he didn't do anything criminal. He just got the money that he put in out.
Oh, not entirely. Not entirely. Well, I mean.
And either way, Mexi won't do anything anyway. He didn't break any law, so Mexi's not going to do anything. Just so you guys are aware of that. But
literally,
time.
He was using the protocol it was designed to be used for in the stability pools. It just got broken and it got stuck, and he was.
I'll just say people have got their accounts at Binance frozen.
I understand what you guys are saying. Yeah.
People at Binance have gotten their accounts frozen for much less. So if you know people, you have connections, you can make anything happen. That's all I'll say.
Joey,
Also,
you're saying stability pool. He got it out of stability pool. I'm saying he minted LUSD. There was no stability pool retraction or whatever. If he had things in the stability pool, it was locked up LUSD. That's not what came out. He put in Pulse. He got way more dollar value in LUSD. I'm minting it. The supply went up. Why are you saying he had some locked in stability pool? That's not the truth. That's not what happened.
And I also want to clarify something as well. If this is the same guy that I believe it is, this guy got dropped from the team, and part of the reason why he got dropped from the team was because when we were deep in the dev side of things and trying to fix this in the very, very beginning, this was before we report accurately, spun up the Oracle and report the accurate price. He was basically minting the same way the nefarious guys were doing it, but we asked him not to, you see. So there was points where he was putting his own money in, and he was making, he's putting his own money in, and he lost it because when the price got reported accurately, he got locked out or liquidated. So he lost his money, but he was doing it nefariously from the get-go. So what I'm trying to say is saying, oh well, he got his money back. No, he didn't. It was never his money in the beginning. He was literally abusing the system. That's why he got dropped from the team.
But if Degenerates just said it wasn't actually that, he just minted it. So somebody's saying stability pool, somebody's saying
sorry, I'm conflating issues. Sorry, Degenerates is correct. Is right what he's saying about the pulse. I'm just saying retrospectively, we can if we're trying to frame it like, oh, he got his money back. No, he didn't, because in the very beginning, before, like it was over 6 weeks ago now, he lost his money and then he begged for us to get his money back, but he tried to game the system from the get-go. So when he lost the money, it was locked in the trove and got liquidated, from what I was told. So he lost his money by trying to do a nefarious act. You see what I'm saying? So then he felt like,
Degenerate saying is right though. Doesn't that mean that it's actually not, like, it just negates the idea that this stability pool is closed and it can't happen again? Doesn't it just make it likely that it can happen again from somebody else?
Well, it's not the stability pool. It's not the stability pool. Minting was open again. Minting was open again, and he minted the fuck out of it. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Nothing, no stability pool, nothing.
Yeah, yeah, he had to switch it from PLS to ETH in order for him to do what he did.
Okay,
So if that's the case, it would be he wouldn't have been able to do it, and things would keep going, the way that they were going.
And so the only people who can actually do that are people who are part of your dev team who control the oracles.
Well, he has the knowledge to do it. So,
but so does anybody else on your team, right? I mean,
anyone can do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what you're saying is accurately true. I mean, the basically the whole reason this began was because we tried to work as a democratic group to do the. Sorry, I got cut off then. The reason that this worked in the beginning was because we came together as a democratic group to try and do the right thing, which was report the accurate price feeds. Of course, you're kind of hoping that the next guy is going to do it, and it was all you know what I mean. Like getting muted. I don't know why I keep getting muted, but which is bizarre. But the point I'm making is you're assuming that person, you're putting your trust in someone anyway, right? There's going to be a team of people that are trying to do the right thing, and that's who we are, right? That's who we try to be, and that's who we will continue to try to be, because someone, right? But every time we're not. So you're right. To some degree, someone has to be trusted. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make.
So I think that's one reason why. Oh, go ahead. I'm just going to say, like, there's a reason you want to have Oracle. Sorry, there's latency there, I guess.
Go on, latency.
But I'm just saying, like, okay, so you want to keep those initial, like, want to keep things covered so that people didn't do anything nefarious. But one of the things is actually like opening it to a way where there's more people reporting. That way there are more people to slash any kind of wrong reports. And as that power is decentralized, then it will be more available for people to or less available for people to change, but more, there's you can automate things where the price is going to be automatically disputed when you have a wrong price.
Yeah.
Things that are auto watching. So things like that. And
that's right.
There's a discrepancy about, whether TRB should be here or there, but it's like, do we want some people to have it, or do you want some people not to have it? But it's really like the more people that have it, the more ability there is to slash any price wrong reportings that might be for wrongful, purposes, price manipulation.
It's currently automated now, and we didn't get a dispute in the price. So we didn't hear that back from the core dev that someone disputed the price, because it takes 24 hours or 48 hours for that whole process to go through. If someone reports a separate price, then it has to be voted on by governance. So you have to have an exorbitant amount of TRB. You vote on it, and then that person gets their TRB slashed. So basically they would lose their ability to have an oracle at that point, because they're like slashed 100 TRB.
In that time period that you're waiting, are they able to is that price change effective? Or I was under the impression that it would have to wait that period, like a 12-hour period of time.
It would have to wait 48 hours.
So during that time, the price change in effect?
Yeah, it wouldn't change unless they won the dispute. So essentially, the oracle itself takes 50% of the vote, because that's how the integrity of the system is maintained. And then after that, it's whoever has the most TRB. Plus, we're getting the price feeds from CoinGecko, Paprika, and Uniswap v3, and it's automated. So the core dev didn't get any disputes to say someone's reporting a different price. There's a dispute. Now it's going to get locked up, and when we go into a governance vote, that did not happen.
Does that only happen? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
After you, sorry.
Well, that's why I was thinking he spun up an oracle and just switched the price from Pulse to ETH, which would not have meant that we would have had a dispute. But that has to be confirmed, though, by the core dev.
That's what we need to confirm. Yeah, because these are blind spots. And this is the thing I've been calling for from the very beginning. Like, Nicole, you know how audible I've been about this with everyone, and said, like, we need as many oracles as we can. We need to print as much TRB as possible. And we need to secure the price of PLS and accurately report the accurate prices across all the assets. I've been calling that from the beginning, because these attacks were going to come, but we just didn't expect it to happen from someone who was part of the team, who we dropped because he was nefariously taking advantage of his position, who apparently needs 200 grand to help his wife and his kids and avoid suicide. Like, I didn't anticipate that. So really, it comes back to the same thing, which is we need to bolster our position on this so that we can report the accurate prices to a point where we can remove our hands. Like, the whole idea of this is so that it automates and reports the accurate price always, and that as each price is disputed, it automatically rejects it, because that's how Pulsechain is supposed to be designed, how it's supposed to operate. It's supposed to operate flawlessly and report the accurate price for decentralization in a permissionless environment, as Richard Hart intended. This is what we need to do. We need to just pull ourselves back to where we were, and at least I mean, I don't even know what to say on this. I'm still trying to absorb the fact that it might have been glad.
Sorry, can I just butt in quick? Why am I seeing people saying they want to kill this guy for what he's done?
Honestly, dude, people talk. It's crypto. People talk shit all the time. Just ignore them. They're not going to do anything.
They talk shit, and
Well,
also.
I sincerely hope there's no death threats involved here, because that's very childish.
Arrow, you got to understand that, you should see how people react when $2,000 in real life are taken from their hands. So, $200,000 taken by one individual. You can put all the sob story stuff aside. People are going to threaten his life.
People do this if they lose $10. So
It's
just hot air. So
you got to remember, like, some of it's gonna. I agree. Like, some of it's hot air, and then some of it is genuine anger, right? Genuine anger, because I know what you're saying. You can look at it. Oh, well, we need to help the individual based on what you're saying, right? Help the individual because he's in a really tight spot, etc. But we've all got bills to pay. We've all got mouths to feed and roofs above our heads. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people lost a lot of money in the last 24 hours because one guy wanted to pay himself. You know what I mean?
They only lost money if they sold. They only lost money if they sold. If you didn't sell, you're fine.
That's what he said.
It doesn't matter. They took advantage of it. He took advantage of everybody in this group.
He took money off the table, bro, and he's cost people millions because he's risked the whole narrative. Like, we are the last.
I think you guys are just spinning your wheels, man. Like, just figure out a way to make it not happen again, or like, let's work together to make sure it doesn't happen. Because right now, like, this is all just kind of pointless.
Well, this is the bottom line.
Care about literally getting to the price point of when this is profitable again for that to happen.
Exactly.
And how we can prevent this from happening.
But guys,
all the other talk is irrelevant. If you guys want to go report him to MEXC. If 100 people do it, they'll probably freeze the account. But until then, we're not getting anywhere. So
come on, you're talking about it happening again, but it's already happened. Listen, there's 16 trillion LUSD out there. You've got to trust a lot of people that minted a lot of that shit to keep this going. Ask yourself if you want to do that. It's just fucking stupid to me that you guys go on and keep trying to perpetuate this shit. Honestly, look in the fucking mirror and ask yourself.
That's fair too.
Am I stupid? If the answer is yes, keep it going.
Well, has the supply minted since this happened? No. So how can it happen again?
Yes, the supply has gone up since this happened. Yes, 16 trillion. Now it was 13 trillion, but whatever. 13 trillion was way too much.
Dude, 16 trillion was the exploit. You need to catch up.
What?
Yeah, I know, but has it gone up
not minted since he did this morning?
Yeah.
It was a controlled, collateralized mint from a trove. It's very simple.
But the damage is done.
But you're coming in here saying that it's still possible and that we're retarded for trying to fix it. So
it's over.
It is.
It was only a 10% rise from yesterday. Why are you being such a fucking pussy?
Who's being a pussy?
I think
Arrow, can you start up your arbitrage? Is it ready, or you still gotta work on it?
No, I just need some more PLS. Hold on.
Okay, great.
I need, in order to do it, I need 50% in LUSD and 50% in PLS.
Okay. So you gotta get the PLS.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the burn is at 1.5 something. People are still burning. People are still.
If you think about it, I mean, this is the positive spin. But if you think about it, this is still early on for something like this to happen, for us to find the solution and move past. I mean, this is just more to the narrative of positive if we can fix it. If we can't fix it, then that's the point. I want to find out if this is something that we can get past.
Well, the thing is, minting will always be permitted with LUSD, but it's not going to be profitable ever again unless the oracle values are reversed.
Right, but we already know that that can happen. So that's what we're trying to say. Like, how can we make it so that doesn't happen?
Well, see, that's the thing. This guy, he didn't set any oracle values up. There was no change because they haven't detected a dispute.
Yeah.
So then
So
how
how
do
do
we
we get?
get that extra?
How do we get on the other side of
Let's
that?
confirm that with Ogum. He didn't mention any
Yeah.
when we asked him earlier.
Yeah, we need to confirm that, and
I can
also
check it
build
now
up more
myself.
oracles.
It's showing the
Okay,
price
go
feed
ahead.
is 5
Check
zeros
it.
and a 2.
Okay, you checked it, or
Yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna check
checking
it?
it now. Last good price 0.00051 ETH. So 4 zeros and a 5. Like last time. It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed.
I'll send it to the chat now.
So if that's the case, then we just actually still don't know how he did this.
That's what I reckon.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's
The progress
exactly
is
what
My
Odom,
theory is out the window.
knowing
that's what
what he's done.
Odom left it.
Except
And
that he switched, he spun up an oracle and he just switched it to ETH. That means he wouldn't have to enter a new price feed if he just switched it. That allowed
But
him enough time to do
then,
the exploit.
but
I
would
don't
he,
understand.
would he
Possibly.
not have
I mean,
to
this is a
have
theory.
multiple oracles for that?
That's the bit I don't understand.
No,
This is
no,
what
you
I'm.
only need
This is
one
what I'm saying.
oracle. Well,
How is
I mean, we have a bunch of oracles right now,
that's
so I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
sure.
This has blindsided us because as far as we were told, we were informed on research for the dev team, what they told us. There's like this couldn't happen, right? So we've been blindsided here, and that's why I don't believe that he was acting alone. I can't see how he was acting alone on it. I can't.
I have a question here, right? So at least one person in this call knows who he is. If he's sorry, can he relay the information of how he did it so we can fix it?
That's the thing. I don't know how he did it. I literally just woke up today. The price is way down.
But you know him though, and you're saying not to
Can you
go
get him
after
in
him.
here?
So
I
why
do
don't you
know
just
him.
talk to him and see how he did it?
Right.
I
Yeah.
do know
I
him.
mean, not saying bring him in the call or whatever, but if you know who it is and he is really truly sorry, the best thing he could do is tell everyone how relay the information of how he did it so we can work to fix it and build the whole ecosystem again. Because I don't think that anyone's point was to try to nuke this. What benefit is that to anyone? One time sell at a high amount is a one-time gain, but you lose so much in the long run.
I don't think he's gonna hop in here because he clearly has something to hide by going through a exchange that offers you the ability to remove your funds without KYC. So he's clearly avoiding KYC by going to MEXC.
Tell him to buy back at least half or something. Jesus Christ.
I think it's more about just figuring out how he did it. That's literally the only figure out how it was done, which obviously Era has enough like personal relationship with him that he can do that. If not, then whoever's smart, whoever's good at this stuff can figure it out. If it can be
do a
solved, great. If
campaign.
it can't, then it is what it is.
I think he only needs one oracle to do it because he would need to have multiple oracles to do a price change, but he only needs one oracle to just flip it back to E, which would allow the minting to happen again. That's the only way that we've ever discussed that someone could ever come along and mint again.
Okay, so then other people can do it, and it's not like a secret.
Well, so
Finish
don't
the
forget-
oracle, switch it to ETH, and then there you go.
It's a theory, but that's what I'm thinking.
Also, don't
On the testnet.
Well, we always did it on the real world net. Like we didn't use a test net, we just did real world, which is why we were trying to be
Right.
so discreet in the beginning.
Yeah.
Also, just
But as soon
remember,
as
it wasn't
Ogum
just
came,
this guy. It was everyone else that minted before, and then they got their They tried to add a collateral to a trove, and then it got locked into recovery mode. So there was multiple people. It wasn't just one.
which means that there probably was a bunch of people working together, like Tommy was saying, because how would they know to do it all at one time?
That's right.
Well, that I'm not sure on because I have no clue about it.
Yeah.
I only have knowledge
Yeah, it's just
around the
theory.
Trove Manager, just not Stability Pool. I don't know anything about Stability Pool.
Right.
Because just he's the one who taught me about Trove Manager. I don't know anything else.
Another potential would be that if whatever was change was made, that it created opportunity for other people in that period of time. So it could have been
Other
anyone
exploiters
making.
before must have seen this opportunity. They must have seen it.
Like there's also like a potential that bots would, be set to do
Right.
it like when it is profitable, but that's hard to tell like who, if all of the people doing all the actions are the same or not the same. It doesn't seem like it's detectable, right? Because it could just be.
Correct. And the
That's a
miners
good
before, they
point
were
with the
literally
bots.
automated.
Yeah,
They were literally like AMM, automated market makers.
it
I
happened
mean,
so
the
fast.
two
It
hundred
probably
thousand
was the
dollars
bot.
all just came from one wallet, though. So
Mm.
I mean, you can see it. It literally
And
is
there's
one wallet
another
that
good
was
point.
responsible for 200K. So
One wallet for that, but also different for the troves opening. Would that be two different wallets though?
Okay, well, to reinsure everyone, I can check the collateral right now, and I'll tell you how much there is.
Okay.
Because you can literally do that. Anybody can do that. You can literally run the public ABI codes in a front end, in a public front end, and you can check all these smart contracts. So I'm checking now. Right. Which one is it? That one. Trove manager. Total collateral snapshot. Right. Okay, it's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7.7 billion is left only.
Hmm.
So that will do
Okay.
absolutely no more damage. That's it. It's over.